Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good time. Welcome to our VCs and Investors Demo Day organized by Gamevolution and the BGA, the Blockchain Game Alliance. I'm Flav from the Blockchain Game Alliance, and super happy for this first edition with our friend and member Gamevolution here. So we're going to spend the 1 hour we have together to let six of the best, obviously, blockchain game companies to pitch their projects to you VCs who are here with us in the call. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for them to face VCs to pitch the project they have, but also to gain feedback from the VCs. That's why we really wanted to go with this specific format, which means it will be very, very valuable for every one of the speakers to actually get your feedback. Any questions, I would say, you will have following the different pitches you will see. You will be able to ask those questions, and we're going to try to ask those questions to the different pitches. So we're gonna organize that in a way that we're gonna have 5 minutes for each pitch and a little bit of 3 minutes for any VCs who would like to ask a question to those pitches. So be ready. Super happy. If you don't know the BGA, the Blockchain Game Alliance, we are a non-profit organization gathering 350 companies all across the globe. And this kind of opportunity, this is the kind of thing we try to offer to our members, and see how we could grow the potential they have in terms of disrupting the gaming industry. So we're super happy about that. I will finish by saying, and I will pass by the mic to Martin from Gamevolution to say that we carefully talked to Gamevolution and BGA carefully talked and selected the 6 speakers we have today and the 6 pitches you're going to see today. We know them, we know who they are, we know what they are building right now, and we're super proud of the different teams we're gonna let you see. So yeah, without any further ado, Martin, if you're ready.
Thank you, Flav. Thank you, everyone. From me here, my name is Martin Espineto. I'm the founder of Gamevolution. For the one that doesn't know us, Gamevolution is a blockchain incubator for gaming companies. Okay? Our main purpose is to help video game developers to take advantage of the blockchain opportunity. Okay. Based on that, my other company, Widow Games, we already spent more than 10 years doing different video games, more than 30 video games actually. And when we realized a couple of years ago about blockchain, we discovered that there was a big opportunity, but as you may know, the market is super fragmented. It's not easy, okay? And you're jumping into something new, which is, the financial aspect of the games using blockchain. So that is why we decided to create Gamevolution to help these traditional gaming developer companies to tackle this opportunity, okay? To know what is good tokenomics, why it's so important to manage in-game economy, off-chain and on-chain, okay? Everything around that, so they can actually put their hands and focus on what is the main component of the game, which is the fun part, okay, the player. And that's the idea behind Gamevolution. So basically, thank you very much, everyone, for coming here. Thank Flav for the opportunity and the privilege to do this event together. We're going to be in Buenos Aires for the IVA next week, together showcasing the local Argentinian gaming developer community, what is blockchain, what is Web3 gaming. And thank you especially for all the projects here, okay? Because I know that you guys have a major project, you have been practicing the pitch a lot. You have great project to present to the VCs. Thank you for the VCs to being here. We understand that the market conditions at this moment are not perfect, but even though you're here to select those 1% big opportunities in the market to invest, so thank you all. And I'm 100% sure that you won't be disappointed, okay? So again, thank you all for coming here for this opportunity as well. And Mateo, Flav, wherever you want to start, we are 100% there. Okay, thank you.
Let's go. Thanks a lot. Muchas gracias, Martin. I'm practicing my Spanish for next week, but it's not good, I have to admit. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to try to start the different pitches, but just before that, we're super happy. The last thank you we're going to say is obviously to the partner who actually amplify the visibility of this 1 hour demo day we're going to have today. And I don't know if we have them in the call, but I will start to thank Michael Sanders from Sequence. Michael, if you're here to say a few words, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Flav. Hey, everyone, really grateful to be here and see a number of friendly faces. I'm one of the co-founders at Sequence. We're the leading all-in-one development platform for Web3 games. So we have a full stack of tools and solutions to help game developers succeed in Web3. And this ranges from wallets and accounts to in-game marketplaces and web stores, payments infrastructure, data analytics, SDKs for Unity, Unreal, mobile, in addition to solutions to help game developers onboard, acquire, retain, and monetize their players while delivering an incredible experience to their players. So we support every EVM chain, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. We're powering hundreds of games, thousands of developers, millions of players, and this ranges from indie games and Web3 native startups like Spellborn and Sheertopia, all the way up to AAA studios like Ubisoft is making 2 games with Sequence. One is the Captain Laserhawk IP, which is also a Netflix series. And they're also making a game called Champions Tactics. So we're always looking to help more and more games and just ultimately help you succeed. In addition to the tech stack, we also help our partners by finding grant funding or VCs. We work with Gamevolution as well, and we'll help with co-marketing and plugging you into different distribution channels. So ultimately, our success is based on your success as a game developer, and I'm really happy to be here and see the pitches. I recognize at least Eternis deathmatch already because I can see the background, and excited to hear about the rest of your games.
Awesome. We super happy to have you with us for the first edition of the demo day. So thanks again, Michael, for being here. And same to Nicolas from Dotplay, who is our partner as well for this demo day. Nick, if you're here, would love to have you share a few words about Dotplay.
Yes, hey, thank you for having me. I think as probably Flav knows, I've been part of the BGA journey from quite early on since 2018. And up until recently, I was on the side of where most of you are today, sort of pitching to VCs. My last sort of attempt, I got involved, let's say, in the blockchain and gaming space back in 2017. That's when I launched with the team a first sort of, let's say, solo blockchain. And a few years later, we launched the first also parachain in the Polkadot ecosystem, which was focused on gaming. I would say that the past few years I've seen a lot of the good and the bad, and most importantly the struggles. And where at least we have sort of found the biggest difficulty is that it really hasn't been about the tech. As far as the blockchain sort of part has been, it has been about sort of the difficulty of most these games and new initiatives, or what we want to call sort of Web3 entertainment, has found it quite tough to find an audience. That was a struggle that I found also during my times as sort of on the entrepreneurial side. So yeah, currently what I'm doing is I'm leading along with Angela Dalton the Dotplay initiative, which is a combination of, let's say, a business development arm for Polkadot, but at the same time, we are, as recently announced by the Web3 Foundation, we're going to be leading an ecosystem fund, which is going to be focused directly on the gaming vertical. We're quite agnostic in terms of at what stage most of these games are. We're quite agnostic on the way of how you choose to use sort of this technology, whether you're focused on Web 2 or on Web 3. I think you can see in at least in the ecosystem that we're trying to build, you will find quite traditional, what I would call publishers like Mythical Games, who are launching games like NFL Rivals. You will also find quite native on-chain experience like sort of Ayuna Network, where you can find sort of quite sort of small, interesting on-chain experiences. So super happy to be here and happy to hear all of your pitches.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Super happy to have you here as well. So we're going to start. Without any further ado, I just have a few things to say, but very, very quickly will be VCs or every one of you can ask question. Obviously, as I said before, at the end of each one of the pitch we're going to see. there is also a forms, because we see that 1 hour as a value for the members to get some feedback and question from VCs. That's one, but also we want also to add another form of value. So even the pitchers, I'm not sure if they know that, but we are fortunate enough to have all of these 6 wonderful speakers to be a member of the BGA as well. And we need to have a winner, Guy. I think we need to have a winner, and you will choose the winner. So all of you actually attending this event. So we're gonna just, for every one of the pitch, we're gonna put thanks to the Zoom tool, you're gonna be able to rate a little bit the pitch that you just saw before, and at the end we're gonna select a winner based on the different marks that you have and different notes that you decided. And what is the price? The BGA want to reward the members who will be the best, and it's going to be with a free membership of the BGA. They already have one, which means the next one will be for free. So that's what we decided in the BGA. So yes, well, I hope you like it. And yeah, here we go. I think we can start right away with the first speaker. And if I'm not mistaken, it should be Patrick, right?
Indeed. Leave it to Flav to gamify the pitch session here. I love it. All right. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes,
no,
if you can just, yeah, perfect.
Earlier. All right, cool. Well, without further ado, let's get started. Hello, everyone. I'm Patrick McGrath, co-founder and CEO of Moonlight Games, where we create games for you to leave your mark. My co-founder, Makita, and I have a combined experience of 30 years in free-to-play gaming at top companies like Wooga, Playtika, EA, Zynga. But it's more than just being at these companies, right? We've helped lead top-grossing titles such as Fishing Clash, Plants for a Zombie, CSR Racing, and where we met 7 years ago on June's Journey. On top of shipping a number of beloved titles along the way. And it was through these experiences, we began to see opportunities in the space to create a new type of game, spawning Moonlight Games and its simple yet powerful mission to reconnect games with the human experience by creating worlds where players' choices matter. Pretty simple. In our games, we want players not to just play. We want them to shape the world around them, creating personalized journeys that last long after they log off in persistent worlds that we're creating. And at the heart of this innovation is our DNA system, which stands for Deeds and Achievements. Nice little acronym there. But it is a groundbreaking progression framework that captures and preserves every player's unique journey. Think of NFT provenance on steroids. So every choice, every victory, every trade shapes a player's experience, creating a truly emergent narrative and progressionary path. Imagine being remembered for that heroic action you took in our at-risk events 6 months ago. This leads to opportunities to create something that you would see in the real world, like Tiger Woods Championship Golf Club, Michael Jordan's game-worn jersey, or a humble sword journeying through these at-risk events to become the one and only mythical Excalibur. And DNA is not just about personalized stories. It brings strong network effects the more games and experiences we offer. Players can seamlessly move between these titles, carrying their achievements, their assets, and the relationships with them. This interconnected system increases engagement, boosts retention and monetization, and enhances the overall IP value of Rogue Nation. I should also note it immensely lowers the cost of acquisition, which is important for the gaming market, especially when we're looking at an addressable market that is as massive as RPG. So we're targeting the high growth sectors within RPG space with our unique approach to gameplay and the network effects of DNA. We're positioning ourselves to capture market share in multiple subgenres. So as you can see here, tactics, roguelite, many others. And we're not just doing, or sorry, and we're doing, not just saying. We have a title currently out called Rogue Nation Action RPG, which is live on iOS and Android. This prototype features our core gameplay, initial blockchain integration, allowing players to utilize their items within the game, so early integration of NFTs. Early tests have shown strong engagement, especially around our events, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month, and a high resonance with our target demographic, just kind of showing its market potential and really setting Moonlit up to take its next steps. All right, which is to bring this vision to life. We're raising a $1.5 million safe note with a 12 mil val cap. These funds will help us expand the team, expand our tech stack, really focusing on integrating our DNA systems, launching multiplayer, very important, and our at-risk events. So this is the kind of on-chain gaming, which is high risk, high reward. You have to have that sexy DNA coming from somewhere. And these features are really designed to drive deeper engagement and monetization. And we've already secured a number of grants that unlock when the round closes. And we're not alone. We have many partnerships with the best of the best in the industry. And yes, Sequence, we're talking to you guys as well. But across many vectors of blockchain and Web 2, we really are trying to find the best. Iron sharpens iron, and we really want to make a splash in this industry. Big shout out to BGA, of course, for having us be a part of this. Proud members for many years. And I'll just leave you with this. We're not just building games. We're really trying to build worlds where every player's journey leaves a lasting mark. And we really hope you come and join us in shaping that future of player-driven emergent gameplay. Thanks for your time, and we'd love to answer any questions.
Awesome. You nailed the time. And for the other 5, just for you to know, I will be the bad guy to say that you're done in terms of the timing. So sorry for that. But fortunately, you know me a little bit well. But today I'm going to be the bad guy saying you that you need to stop, because this thing I didn't say is important for us to keep the presentation short, to have more questions as well. So we're gonna have really a 5-minute pitch. So thanks, you nailed it, Patrick. I don't know if we have any questions. Obviously, you can type your question, and let us know if I open the mic here. Is everyone want to actually ask a question to Patrick?
I can go first, if that's okay. Patrick, thank you for the presentation. It looks super interesting, and I appreciate that sort of this is a team with quite a lot of experience, and I also appreciate the fact that there's already a game there that's sort of in a demo version, and the community is already sharing it. I have a couple of questions off the bat. Is there any information, any data that you can share in terms of how the community is reacting to that first data? You also, that first sort of demo. You also mentioned quite a big problem, which I think everybody's sort of feeling in the mobile industry right now, UA, which is very expensive, and how sort of you intend to lower the costs there. Can you speak a bit more to that? And in what sense this reward system that you're building is going to help sort of bring down UA for you and later on for your partners?
All right, that's a number of questions. I'll just kind of run through some high-level metrics. We're at about 15,000 MAU, which for us is perfect. That's kind of where we want to keep it at. The majority of that is organic. We really are leveraging the player base to really understand the balancing, what kind of engagement patterns we're seeing depending on the live ops framework that we currently have. Engagement rates are great. So we have a 55–60%, it fluctuates in there, return rate. So again, it's a demo. People coming back from session 1 to 2, like we really are looking at those type of metrics, depending on which events we are running. This is where we start to see, day 3 or 7 retention numbers really start to show. Day 7 being as high as 25%, 30% last time we looked. but that's some general numbers that we currently have. The next is user acquisition. We very early did asset testing, so making sure that the creatives that we have inside the game are marketable outside the game. And on top of that, we've started to do some pretty low-level tier 2 and tier 3 user acquisition tests. And within those, many countries, could list quite a few there. We're seeing a range between 5 to 10 cent CPIs, which makes us comparable to hyper casual, right? And so the fact that we have, this affinity to that wide top of the funnel player base, plus the kind of engagement and feature set that would then start to pull them in and retain them. This is where we see like the really heavy promise, and we're very excited to start testing this out further. And then your last question was about the network effects. So both Makita and I have worked at a lot of large companies, EA, Zynga, Playtika. They all were trying to solve the same problem, right? They had 30, 40 studios across the world, 50, 100 games. And they would find that, hey, we paid $5 for this user 35 times. Like, man, wouldn't it be cool if we could have them come into the ecosystem once, heavily incentivize moving through our portfolio of games, if there was only some way to do that, right? This is where we see blockchain and specifically our DNA system really carrying a lot of that weight, being able to focus on RPG as a holistic genre and then really target the subgenres within that. There's 13 subgenres. We believe that we can start on some of the high growth, smaller, untapped subgenres and grow our IP, moving into the larger, MMO, team battler, these types of subgenres.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome.
I hope that kind of like covers all the questions you just had.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Patrick. And thanks a lot, Nick, for your question as well. I see Daniel has a question as well. For the sake of the time, we're going to go to the next pitch. But obviously, I won't forget you, Daniel, and actually maybe open a conversation between you and Patrick so he can answer your question. Going to the next speaker, Sergio. I think it's your turn. So whenever you're ready.
Hello. How are everybody? Just hold on a second because I have to put everything on screen. Just hold on, please. I hope this doesn't count as time. Flap?
No. Sorry, guys. This is just the 30 seconds to answer the 3 questions. You can vote from 0 to 10. Of course, 0 being not such a great answer, 10 being the best. Let's just take 30 seconds to answer this, and at the end of the demo day, we'll announce the winner.
Thanks, Matteo.
Cool. May I start then?
I don't think we can vote. At least I don't have access to vote.
Only people from the audience can vote.
Understood. Thanks. Sorry.
And I think we can go with you, Sergio, if you want to.
Whenever you want. Just hit me and I will start.
Let's go. Yeah, I think we're good. We see your screen, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, for being here, for organize this kind of, let's say, demo day with VCs and so on. I'm Sergio Reyes, CEO of Blackmouthgames. And this is Domination, basically a Web3 ecosystem that already has raised 3.5 million and achieved incredible milestone until right now. And you will see some of them in this presentation. The first question is like, where will be gaming in 10 years? We have no idea. I hope that Domination will be there. But the certain around this is that blockchain will be crucial for this. So picture this, like we have board gamers, studio bleeding money, and innovation right now is in a standstill. So right now, the current models rely on passive content consumption. So this leads to high costs at this moment and a really lack of innovation around. So entering domination, we are a Web3 gaming ecosystem, as I mentioned, where players aren't just players. They create, own, and profiting around blockchain and user-generated content. That means that we'll foster a community-driven franchise around. So our first game is for sure Domination. It's a free-to-play third-person shooter based in Unreal Engine 5, initially on PC, but then we'll be expanding on all devices around the world. What is our secret sauce? The domain token for sure, and our unique core loop will be around mechanics, revolving time, the domes, and also the pulses in different and several gaming modes that will be available. So the players will be experience the power of creating these kind of assets through user-generated content platform across the whole ecosystem and participating in our experiences, tournament, and the broad ecosystem that we are building. So yeah, we are targeting the 68% of the gamers worldwide. That means that the half of the population is playing right now, who crave and what we are right now cooking. And by the 25, what we are looking at is a 24 billion fest with 70 million hungry players at the table and just the appetizer around. So while our competitors struggle to innovate, what we try is to embrace Web3 as our battleground, carving out our unique position in the market. So that means that our domain token is a lifeblood of our ecosystem that will enable to create, to vote, to learn, to play, and this is an all-access passes to the future of gaming. So this is the tokenomics, and we've got a couple of tickets available for our private round to fill up at a price so low. So we've got big names that are backing us, and we are just finishing. And the TG, we are hoping to pass before the GRCent due to the market condition. It's something that we're expecting to. So be part of this future to help us to fill this round and boost our project. So why free to play? We will like more to say that we are primed to earn. We are crafting experiences that will have players glued to their screens. And this is about retention and also attention. Means that wallets at the ready and user-generated content, community curation, seasonal updates are just, we are rewriting the rules that we have taken. So our team brings over more than 42 years of gaming and Web3 expertise. We've been advised by people around as Selim Fertanio from Face Clan and Neo Tokyo, as Ginés Sanchez from Chromaway, and many others that have been part of our journey till now. So we are supported and leading by international partners. For sure, Sequence is part of our journey as well. Investment, incubation, user-generated content platform, grants already as immutable, launchpad, exchanges, and this network position is the success across the all areas of our business. At the same as the relationship that we are building right now, right? The games are also important, and the game nights that we are currently working with many players around. So our primary targets are around tech savvies, 18 to 38 years old, early adopters, creators, and Battle Royale fans, but we are also aiming to attract casual gamers, crypto enthusiasts, NFT collectors, and other esports lovers. So we are launching on multiple platforms. Did I mention that we have a PS5 dev kit already in our offices? So that is great for us. And each platform, it has a tailored strategy from traditional gaming events to blockchain-specific activities, ensuring that we capture both mainstream and Web3 gaming markets. So our launch strategy includes a tiered pass system, token, and for sure NFT integration, community building, and everything that helps us to assure our projects. So this is already on our socials. You can take into it. But the funny things about this is like this is not just an investment, it's a ticket to owning a piece of our future. So AR, VR, comics, animated series, who's ready to dominate with us? And feel free to drop a line asking for the tickets of 400,000 for our private allocation with the valuation of 15 millions. So thank you very much. And you have access to our wish listing in Steam.
Oh, wonderful, Sergio. It's like you've been trained by a specific team to make it 5 minutes, really much 5 minutes and not more than that. So congratulations. I don't know if you have anyone in the audience has any questions. Also, obviously, our two partners here with Nick and Michael, let us know. I think if I understood correctly, maybe the chat is enabled, Matteo, as far as I can see, but because we got one question already from the question and answer, I would say tool you have, you can definitely use it. But Matteo, if you have more insight to give.
Yeah, if you have any questions and answers, you can check the bottom in the bottom of the Zoom interface. There's the question and answer tool. That would be the best place to put your questions there. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Got it. Thank you, Matteo. The same way Daniel did for Patrick. So, do we have any questions for now? We don't have.
I can go. Sergio, thank you for the presentation. I think there's a lot to unpack here, and obviously you guys have done a lot. I'll try to keep it short because I know also sort of time is over the essence. You're going into a very competitive sort of market battle royales, which also at the same time I see there's one of the few breakthroughs now from off the grid managing sort of to onboard a Web2 audience. I wanted to understand what is the use of a token inside here, and how do you see this sort of evolving outside of the game?
Yeah, sure. One of the things that is impossible for sure to be in the presentation in 5 minutes, but we have like a time as one of the main utilities around the token dome. That means that each match is around 5 minutes. So it's up to 8 players. Each player is, let's say, putting 5 minutes of their bag of time that will be around pets outside the game itself. So it's like once that you get into a match, you're putting that 5 minutes and the minutes of others. So that means that once that you run out of time, you need to hold tokens to keep up playing. So that as a main utility and trading around more than the NFTs collections around that we've been working around. And we have also a minting collection coming in less than a month, let's say. It's something that we really want to improve, the playness, because sometimes it's something that I started with, right? I put the focus on user-generated content, but most on top of that is more what is about the players, right? You mentioned of the grid. We are so happy of their success in terms of the news around Ninja and so on, making his own skins from the game. And it's something that we love to see around. But for instance, the target is quite different. We are aiming the target that is wants to, jump from Roblox or Minecraft to a more sophisticated game. We saw it during the Gamescom in this year that we appears to be there. We had the chance, to see who were like the players around the game, and we have the chance to talk with 12 guys, 12 aged guys, to see that they were just surprised that there's more life than Fortnite around, because Fortnite has not just the attention, also the money to bring everyone what they want. But the thing is like we want to bring others something else for the next 10 years. So right now it's like the way that we are trying to, and the way that we want to retain and attain that attention that is so hard for us and for everyone to attract.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Sergio. I appreciate the question as well. And yeah, thanks, Sergio, for the pitch. And
Thank you.
We're gonna ask everyone to just give you time to note the pitch we just saw. But at the same time, I'm gonna ask Benjamin to a little bit tired myself just to be the only one to bring a French touch. So it's your turn to do it as well.
Thank you so much, Fab. Hi, everybody. So let me share my screen.
Sorry, Benjamin. Let's do first the voting, please. Everybody take 30 seconds to answer the questions. It's just 3 quick questions. On a scale from 0 to 10. Let us know your thoughts. 30 seconds from right now.
At the same time, I see, yeah, okay, you open the chat for everyone, so everyone can use the chat, but also the question tool. So yeah, waiting a little bit. Let's wait now 15 seconds and you're good to go. Benjamin.
Sure.
Thanks, Matteo.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, so should I start?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, perfect. So hi, everybody. I'm Benjamin. I'm the CTO of OverKnights Games, and I'll present you our projects. Yeah. So Web3 gaming on Telegram is not just a hype. We've all seen Hamster Combat and its 300 million players. It showed the virality potential of Telegram as a gaming platform, but there is actually a lot more to it. It's really ideal for Web3 gaming because you can do referral marketing in a really good way. It works on any device. And actually, it's possible to have really good games on it. The problem right now is that due to limited, limitations and technical challenges, there is limited offer. The pioneers like Gamey, Catizen, Hamster Combat have been focusing on hyper-casual games, like tab games. But actually, it's possible to make really much more than that. So there is a huge opportunity for us to create good games that can have a high level of monetization and to take a place in this market, just as it was done in mobile gaming and Facebook gaming before. So at OverKnights Games, we are a developer and publisher. Our goal is to synthesize the most profitable AAA games and make them a game for Telegram. So we keep the large environments, the depth of the gameplay, but we add simple controls and a really straightforward blockchain integration. So as on the screen, you can see we took inspiration from GTA and Cyberpunk, and we create a game called Roads of Liberty that will be released in the next few months, and that runs really fine on Telegram. That has large environments, that's really interesting, but can fit on a simple cell phone. So our goal is not to spend years on the development of a single game, but to release games every 3 to 4 months. That way we can iterate, optimize our monetization systems, and follow the trends of the market. And at the same time, we'll keep the users into our Telegram launcher, so people will transfer from one game to the next. To make this possible, our team has been working together for a really long time. We have backgrounds mostly in software engineering with an engineering background and also design, but we have a board of advisors that help us for the structuration, finance, and marketing. Over the past 8 years, we've been successful first in virtual reality, where we developed games that were pay for play, so we were able to sell quite a lot of games. And later on the Web3 space, we've still focused on large environments, kind of a really ambitious gameplays, etc. And it worked really well for us too. So we have a utility token called Neuros. We launched it during the bear market last year with Cedify, and it was a successful IDO. Since then, we've been able to sell some on the market, which is a really good sign. And it already has a utility in our PC game that we've developed called Shockwaves, and already now in our Telegram games prototypes. So our goal right now is to really take over the Telegram gaming market, especially on the Web3 segment. And for this, we need investment. So we would like to raise 1.16 million US dollars, which is 1 million Swiss francs in equity. Most of it will be used for the development, and the rest will be for marketing and also paid promotion. This will give us a 12 months runway where we can focus on the development of the games and user acquisition. And after that, the monetization should take off and lead us to where we want to be. So if you're interested to know more, you can reach out to me on Telegram, WhatsApp, or by email. If you want, you can also test our first launcher and also our game prototype directly in Telegram. So thank you so much. Let's build the future of gaming together. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your presentation. So we're going to wait a little bit, a few seconds, if you have any questions. Also, at the same time, Patrick responding to the question he got before. So here you go, guys. But yeah, if you have any questions, again, you just can use the chat and you can use the tool for question and answer. So do we have some question?
I'm happy to go.
Okay.
But yeah, Martin, maybe you go first.
Okay, thank you very much. I was, I'm still amazed of the success of the Telegram games. I believe that it's a huge potential in that size. So my question for you, Benjamin, would you say that Telegram is also a great way to invite, let's say, traditional gamers coming from the traditional space without any crypto previous experience to this Web3 experience? Because at the end of the day, not everyone in Telegram, it might seem so for us, but not everyone in Telegram is into crypto. Would you say it's a great way to invite those players as well?
Sure. I think that there's from what we've seen, one of the main challenge of Web3 gaming is really user acquisition, since people tend to, I mean, it requires often a lot of steps to really get onboarded. And with Telegram, it gets quite a bit easier because you have a lot of the steps that are already integrated into the platform. You can already join the game just through a link. It's kind of easier. It helps with trust with just the application because you don't need to install something. So I feel like it's also a good way to onboard people who are not necessarily in the Web3 space. So for us, it's really interesting. And from what we've seen, also the age categories are slightly different than from like PC gamings or console gamings. And that's pretty much a good thing because older people tend to be more ready to spend money, even though they are maybe playing a bit less games. And so for us, it's a good platform for that. It's kind of a great way to also bring people to the Web3 space. We've seen it with Hamster Combat before, that it brought, some people before that. We've seen it happening a bit before. But for what we've seen, it's easier to transfer people who are already interested in blockchain to a game than to create kind of new users of everything. And on Telegram, there's already a large portion of population. So I think there's already a market to be taken.
Perfect. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for the question, Martin, as well. Benjamin, I think it creates conversation when we talk about Telegram based on obviously the popularity of the new channel. We have one question from Federico, although I know that we are quite short on time, but I think it's a very good question. If you want just to jump on the chat and respond to the question yourself, you can, because it's a little bit tied to Martin's question, but it's also very interesting. So yeah, thanks again for your pitch, Benjamin.
Thank you so much. So should I answer Federico's question? So he asked it.
Yeah, you can answer in the chat directly, okay, the same way Patrick did. Thank you very much. All right. So going to the next speakers from OverKnights. If we have OverKnights, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, we do need the 30 seconds for you just to respond, obviously, feedback question for the session. So just putting the presentation from Luis and letting the team decide, Matteo decide when we need to go to the presentation of Luis.
Yeah, just 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds, guys. Get your votes in. All right, that's good for now. We can get started with the next one. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Luis Correa. I'm the CEO and game director at OverKnights Games, and I'm really excited to introduce you to our upcoming game, OverKnights. Let's start with a quick gameplay video. In OverKnights, players will pilot digital robots called OverKnights that they will control using customizable cards called command cards in highly cinematic 3D battles for both the players and the audience watching to enjoy. In OverKnights, every OverKnight is customizable. Every part, both in form and function, brings to the player the sense of them creating their own unique strategy and bringing their ideas into the game. And so here we can see the player going for the kill, and he will play a Hyperblast card, which his opponent is not going to be able to defend against, and secure the win. Every battle is going to be unique because you don't know what your opponent is going to come up with, and that keeps the gameplay thrilling. Our core gameplay loop starts with overnight customization, players coming up with different ideas of how they want their overnights to feel, look, and function. Then on top of deck building, players are going to be able to do card customization and customize the behavior of each card on their deck. And then they're going to participate in player versus player battles where they will earn rewards that will amplify their arsenal and restart the fun all over again. We're building this game for the anime toy robot fan, which I count myself as very proudly. And there's 10 million of us are worldwide waiting for over 10 years for a new entry in the genre. Our monetization strategy has 3 axes. It's play to own, which will allow players to turn their in-game items that they win by playing into digital assets. There's pay to accelerate, which will allow players to optionally pay to boost their progression experience. And there's trade to earn, which is going to allow players in an in-game marketplace to trade their cards and parts for premium currency. All of this is built on top of a digital asset economy that is currently crafted to create a layer of social immersion that will add up to the gameplay experience. We will also be introducing our OBC token, which will allow us not only to create utility within the game, but also capture an off-game player value that is being missed by most Web2 online games. And this is estimated to be $100 million every year. Our value proposition is our game formula as well here at Obitus. We first find the fantasy that players want to play, and we craft an engaging experience around it. And on top of that, we add a social immersion layer that is going to create value for the players by utilizing digital assets. Our mission is to put players at the center of their favorite fantasies, first and foremost, to maximize the fun of everyone playing our game. These are our partners that are helping us make this dream possible. And this is our launch roadmap. Next week, we're going to premiere for the first time our first playable alpha build at EVA in Buenos Aires. And we just recently did our global announcement and launched our questing campaign, which players are already enjoying and helping us seed the initial community for the game. We hope to release the game in early access in Q2 of next year. After the game launches, we have many post-launch initiatives to keep pushing OverKnights forward. We have a very ambitious content schedule. We want to organize our first global esports tournament. We want to reach the Asia market and experiment with transmedia in manga and animation. And last but not least, we're also going to be gearing up for a mobile release in Android and iOS. The future that we see for the OverKnights IP is a future where there's an overnight for any adventure, both in the digital realm and in the physical one. So we're looking for partners to join us in this very exciting adventure. We're raising a seed round of $1.5 million using a safe with a token warrant and a cap of $10 million. Thank you, everyone, for coming. If you scan this QR code, you're going to be able to see our data room. Let's chat. If you're going to Buenos Aires, I would love to meet you.
Awesome. Thank you, Luis. Super excited by the game. We'll see you next week with you. So thanks. Do we have questions in the audience for Luis? Let us know. Waiting a few seconds just in case. And thanks, Benjamin, for answering the few questions you have in the chat as well. You had a few ones also from Michael. All right, I know it's challenging, especially with the time we have. So what I will suggest is I will go back to you because obviously you didn't get a question for now, Luis, but if I see one during the next presentation, I would definitely come back to you and ask the question again to you just for you to have the opportunity to answer. So thanks, Matteo, just in time to put up the feedback questions for the sessions, and we're gonna go. Let me check the agenda just to make sure. Yeah, we're gonna go with Eternis for the next presentation. If you're ready. Yeah, just give me a moment.
Get your votes in, guys. Come on. Go.
It's so frustrating. I really want to vote as well.
Yeah. Can you hear me, guys, properly?
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Now we can end the poll then, yes? Thank you, guys.
Yep. Shall I start?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the opportunity. Super excited and a little bit worried at the same time. I'll do my best. So my name is Aurimas Barauskas. I'm a CEO and a co-founder of Arcane Studios. And I just want to tell you something. So, like all these fighting games, right? Like are rigid and just like sequels of sequels. So we came up with this crazy idea and I just want to share it with you. Boom. Actual historic legends. So we are working on something really cool, which is a fighting game. It's called Eternis Deathmatch. And it's a fast-paced combat game, which is also free to play, but has well-defined characters, as you can see here. And I hope you know who they are, with also unique in-game features. And as well, we are working on a robust in-game economy involving our native token, dynamic NFTs, various PvP and tournament modes, guild battles, and disrupt and assist. That's for like social gaming and stuff like that. So why this game? Well, there is a big market out there, as you know, all the big boys, the Tekkens, the Mortal Kombats, Street Fighters, and so on and so forth. And we really think that, the Web3 and fighting games combine really well together. And why we know that as well, because a lot of have tried, but failed. And we will be the ones who will not fail. So when we spotted the opportunity, we started working on it right away. We had a successful pre-seed round, crowdfunding back in 2022, bear market, and so on and so forth. Since then, this year we achieved our first revenue of $20,000. It was super exciting, gave us like 3 months of runway. Also, we compared ourselves with other similar projects and what they are trying to achieve and so on and so forth. And, comparing us to them and like our production capability to their money capability and what we had, have raised so far, we actually have surpassed those projects and made a better product, basically. So now as our MVP is ready, we are looking to raise a seed round on our token to continue building this super crazy game. So here you can see what we are working on. This is our baby. So the MVP version of this game is already available to download. We have some early adoption. And in fact, we're going to have our first physical tournament here in Lithuania at Game On. I almost mix up with the Gamescom. Game On, which is going to be in 4 days, actually, alongside titles like Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6. Yep. And so, yeah, we are building this game with the community. We always listen to their, opinions. We have like the chats on Discord and stuff like that. You can go check it out, their feedback and so on and so forth. And it's going to be super exciting that the pro level fighting gamers will be able to review the game and give us good pointers, to get us to that higher level. And it's not the first time that the pro level fighting gamers have taking a look at our game, and we have implemented some of their suggestions. So as you can see, the gameplay is dynamic. There's enough depth for strategic gameplay, and it's fun as well. What game's supposed to be. So we are like combining the cool tech of blockchain with the fun of fighting games because we believe it will bring genuine value and excitement to gamers. So speaking about blockchain, obviously we're using it, and we will effortlessly onboard the traditional gamers, because it's just like, they will be able to sign through their X's, Facebooks, and Googles. We will deploy, we will create all the Web3 stuff will be created in the background for them. So they are just, playing the regular game and so on and so forth. And gradually, once they're gonna start delving into different modes, some of them will be heavy on blockchain. So for example, PvP wagering, also paid tournaments, and to an extent customization. So for example, you play the game, it's a regular game, you win some items, whether it's weapons, body parts, accessories, whatever. You win some our Sentinel token, which will act as just a regular in-game currency in a traditional way. You know, equip those items or you enhance them with our token and so on and so forth. And then, you know, at some point you discover that you can sell those NFTs on different NFT marketplaces and whatnot. And we'll guide them.
Apologize to interrupt. You have a few seconds. Go ahead.
We'll guide them through, and you know, they will become the proper crypto native. So this is our team, you know, grinders. God damn it, the time ran out so fast. Grinders, and we started this project back in 2021. Joined Gamevolution in 2023, stronger than ever now with these guys. And we, you know, now have a lot of partners and advisors who are signing a lot of grant deals, you know, marketing and also fundraising deals. And yeah, we're gonna release the token in 2025 alongside many utilities for the token. And this is everything that we're going to do with the token. Basically, we are raising the seed in private simultaneously. We have some launch pads confirmed for the public round, and MEX for, as you know, for centralized exchange. We are talking to several other tier 2 ones, and we'll start talking to tier 1 once we are closer to the to the fundraising itself, or just after that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for listening, and sorry for being so slow. I had many
sorry
things to say. Cheers.
Sorry for interrupting. Thank you, Aurimas. You made it as well, so thanks a lot.
Awesome.
Do we have any questions to Aurimas in the game? Let us know with the chat or anyone's. Also good to see Cleopatra kicking ass.
And Gandhi, of course.
I'll ask a question.
Please.
Thank you for the presentation. I also agree that sort of fighting games are quite ripe for as a genre for different types of Web3 involvement. I'll sort of go back to the same question here, is that what is the use of a Sentinel token? Because my understanding right here is that sort of Sentinel is a game. And so my simple question would be that what happens if the game not fails, but at some point runs out and you're going to the next game? How does this token, or how should an investor perceive value accrued on a token which is so connected to a single game?
Okay, got it. So it's not going to be connected to the single game. We're also, by the way, planning to release a Telegram game, which is a little bit under wraps as well. I'll tell you the name though. It's called Gandhi Combat. So there you go. So there's another utility. And also we're going to have Disrupt and Assist with the Sentinel integration, which is basically like, you know, a good, how would you call it? It's basically like a platform for streamers and also speculators and those who are involved in the fights to be, you know, to be monetized together. And we are planning to, you know, release it later on as an SDK for different projects to connect to, and that will use Sentinel token for it, at least in the beginning. You know, obviously we will expand it to just like, you know, blue chips and so on and so forth, if that answers your question. But we designed the token and tokenomics so that, you know, if we release more products, it could be connected. But how it's going to act in the game is basically all the actions in the game. Let's say there is PvP wagering, it will return back, you know, it will buy back the token, etc. You know, so all the in-games activities, or like let's say if you upgrade the customizable items to like next levels with the Sentinel token, it will be burned, or this or that. It's like in almost all actions are somehow benefiting the token, either by buybacks or by burning the token.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick, for the question, and thank you, Rimas, for the presentation. So you have a few seconds. Yes, thanks a lot, Matteo. A few seconds to give you feedback about the pitch we just saw, but just asking our next and our final speaker, so Sabrina, when you will be ready to present Widow Game.
Hello, guys.
I think you can start showing the presentation. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, do you see full screen now?
I think, yeah, perfect. Sounds good. Matteo, let us know.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, great then. So hello everyone, my name is Sabrina and I will be presenting Lifesmeta. But first, a little bit about Widow Games, who is the developer behind Lifesmeta. We are a gaming developing company based in Argentina. We have developed more than 30 games, and we believe that innovation always wins, so we like to implement new technologies in our games. Back in 2021, we developed our first Web3 game, and it was a crazy but great experience. So we are developing our second Web3 project, which is Lifesmeta, but this time we're also including AI as well. So a little bit about the evolution of storytelling. There's an evolution in the way that we consume narratives. Back in the days, stories were transmitted by oral tradition, then the print arrived and narratives were sold around the world in books. Then we got radio, movies, but they are all unidirectional way of communications where people are just passively consuming these stories. So nowadays with social media, people can engage, and with AI, we can build narratives in an interactive way where players can also be a part of the story. With this in mind, we created Lifesmeta, which is an AI narrative experience in which users shape their stories by building meaningful connections with AI characters through dynamic social scenarios. This means that the users will interact with the NPCs that are powered by AI, they will influence their decisions and co-create their own personal narrative. So how this is possible? Well, basically because of the unique characteristics our characters have. So they will have their very own personality and backstories. They will remember your previous interactions. So let's say that you're rude to a character, they will remember that and react to that way. And they will also show variable emotions, adapting their responses to what you say and learn from them. So this means that you will notice how they feel through their expressions and to what they're telling to you. And of course, they will also have a captivating story waiting for you to discover it. So in Lifesmeta, you can interact with characters in different ways. So let me show you how. This is the technical demonstration that we have created a while ago. And maybe the video is a little bit faster just to fit this presentation. So here I am interacting with Anna in real time. This is an actual conversation that I recorded and I had with one of our characters. So you can send and receive text messages with the characters. You can also receive pictures. You can engage in conversations by exchanging voice messages. And as you will see now, you can also have a live video call with our characters. And this will create such a great and immersive experience because it really, lets you feel how engaged you are with the character when you're talking to them one-on-one. We are also migrating our characters to MetaHuman. So this is the new Anna. This is Anna now. As you can notice, it's different to the prior video. With this framework, we can have digital humans that can communicate through facial expressions and body language to complement the stories, which will enhance the immersive experience for our players. Part of our production included gathering facial expressions from actual actors to reflect them into our characters and make them more human and more relatable. But let's talk a little bit about the user journey. So first, you will create your own avatar with lots of customization options that can be minted and then traded as NFTs, and of course, will grant the token some utility. Then you will design your dream home. As we learned from The Sims, which was part of our inspiration, people can invest lots of time and money recreating their ideal homes. Then you will also have a map where you can choose a location and just travel there and start living, let's say, your first story, where you will meet characters and be presented with a quest, which are basically missions that you need to complete by interacting with different characters. Users can choose who to speak, and how to start building their stories and relationship in unique ways, unfolding different story paths according to who and how they relate with. So every story will be different. So regarding Web3 features, Lifesmeta kind of has something for everyone. For users, they can live their own stories, and according to their achievements, they will collect different assets that can later mint as NFTs, obtaining true ownership. Traders can get involved by obtaining virtual real estate or engage with our token trading options. And then we also have creators who can create their own fashion line or home decor and put it for sale on our exclusive marketplace and get revenue for every player that buys their creations. Regarding our tokenomics, the initial raise is 2.8 million. We will have a fully diluted value of 15 million with an initial market cap of a little bit over 500K. And we're currently on our seed round. And last but not least, great projects require a great team. So we have Martin Espinero, our CEO and founder, who was the director of marketing for Microsoft in the Latin region. We have Sebastian Borget, part of one of our Widow Games equity investors from the Sandbox, and Danny Wilson as our advisor from Illuvion, as well as a great team behind development with lots of years of experience. So before they cut me off, this is Lifesmeta, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
No, it seems like you did well. Thank you, Sabrina, for that. Thank you.
I know they gave me a bad reputation, but I worked hard.
I love it. Thanks a lot for that. I don't know if we have any questions from the audience. Let us know again in the chat or anyone. Like you can and Michael, let us know. We're gonna wait a few seconds just in case. And thanks for everyone to wait a little bit. I know we're going over time, but thanks for.
No problem.
Could you just talk a little bit about maybe the token utility and
sure.
Like when's the demo available for this?
Nice. Well, about the demo, we are working really hard with it right now. We are final stage. So hopefully by the end of the month, you will see the first demo. It will be a closed demo available to show to our VCs or our potential investors. And then after that, we're going to do an open demo to start trying that with our potential players. And then regarding the token utilities, well, obviously customizations, as you saw, you could customize your avatars or you can customize your home so you can buy for those assets with the tokens. But as well as that, you will have different upgrades, including upgrading the NFTs. The idea is that you can actually upgrade them and turn them into better things, but also like level ups, right? So one of the cool features that the AI-powered NPCs have is that they have a long-term memory. So let's imagine that you start having a conversation with a character, you don't really like what you said to the character and the story starts going bad. So you say, hey, maybe I would like to erase this conversation. How cool would that, to do that in real life, right? So you can actually buy, a special boost to erase that conversation or the memory from the character and get to start over. So that is one of the features that we have with the tokens, but then we also have other related features in terms of exclusive passes, even DLCs for expansions that we'll have in the game, and lots of different kinds of ways to boost your gameplay.
And very quickly, if you can, a question from Nikita, who is the target audience?
So the target audience is Gen Z. This is very special because this is a narrative game, so it's not something that is so typical in the Web3 space. So we're excited about that. And we're also happy to think that we are going to reach also a lot of the female audience out there from the Web3 space. But basically, it's Gen Z.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Well, a last question, actually, and maybe what you could do, Matteo, at the same time, Sabrina is answering the question. Oh, you read my mind. Okay, so last question. What kind of UGC will you be able to create in Lifesmeta? Fashion, clothes? Will there be other kind of UGC you have in mind?
Yes, so UGC at the beginning probably during the first year would be the fashion collections and the home decor collections. So basically features for customization. But later on, what we want to do is open this up for, content creators to actually can help us create new stories. and get involved into the narratives. Even though we use AI-powered characters to create these narratives, we are always looking for inspiration, and they have some sort of guide or through the story path or even the background story of the characters. So of course we are very open, and we are actually really looking forward to see what the audience will bring us in terms of creating characters and stories together.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Sabrina. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. I'll stop sharing.
And thanks to everyone. Really appreciate you taking the time and spending the whole 1 hour and 50 minutes with us. Obviously, it was the first time, but actually, to be honest with you, I really would like to thank the Gamevolution team, specifically Matteo and Seb, for making that first attempt successful, in my opinion. Obviously, we will have some tricks here and there, but it was wonderful. So congratulations to you two guys. And maybe the most important question here is, do we have a winner, Matteo?
Yeah, so we do have a winner, and that would be actually Michael from Moonlit Games. He won. It was actually very, very close. I think everybody did a wonderful job, but yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for everybody for voting as well. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did as well.
Congratulations, Patrick. Super happy with it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, and thanks obviously for everyone. Thanks for all the VCs who came and asked your question as well. Thanks a lot to Nick and Michael for asking the questions as well. I think it was super supportive from your side, guys, to ask the question you had for all the speakers. And yeah, for the next step, we're going to publish the video. We're going to share all the different pitch you saw today. Any kind of introduction, we're going to make it on our side for sure with those wonderful guys. And the last thing I will say will be for the VCs. If you know a little bit the BGA, we publish the BGA magazines once per month. And what we're going to do for the last one, we're going to do for November, because you have DevCon, is actually give an overview about the situation in terms of funding to the blockchain gaming space. And I think it's an opportunity for, based on what we just did here, it will be wonderful for the ones we know, but the ones we don't know here, to actually just share your expertise and your insights about the evolution of funding in the blockchain gaming space, and maybe the challenges we will be facing, or maybe the opportunities we will be seeing in 2025. So thanks again. I don't know if anyone has a final word to say. Matteo, Seb, Martin, Nick, and Michael, it's up to you, but thanks everyone.
Yeah, just from my end, you said it all perfectly well, Flav. Thank you very much, everyone, especially the companies. I know how hard it is to put together a really good pitch and the anxiety behind that. So thank you guys, everyone. I know that despite the condition, you are going to be okay. And we are seeing tomorrow, we have good news regarding the Bitcoin. I don't know what's going on, but it's jumping around. So hopefully that will sustain. Okay, let's pray for that. Light a couple of candles. And again, thank you for everyone, especially the Gamevolution team for putting everything together, and BCA for the opportunity. So thank you. Have an amazing rest of the day, and we will make sure to be in touch.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you for hosting.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.